Notice, this is a work of fiction. All characters, organizations, places, and events are, with some exceptions, imaginary and blah blah blah. Yes! Because I got my download for this! Because I pre-ordered it! So they sent me a download code, and I downloaded it! Because I'm a boss! We're gonna play some Steins Gate! Ah! Yes! Ba-da-ba-dum-bum. The warning's up at top, for those who are wondering, because I don't know what I'm gonna see. So we're just safer to leave it there. Even though we're not playing South Park anymore. El Sai Kongru! And it's gonna be great. So first things first, let's go to Twitch and see if they have Steins Gate. Oh, they do! Nice! Update. Nice, 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 nice. So we're gonna be playing some Steins Gate. Ooh. Guess I'm just gonna talk over the intro. So, yeah, this is an actual visual novel, and there are voices, so I don't know how well this is gonna work. But if I'm gonna try any visual novel, might as well try one that I'm pretty sure is gonna be pretty freaking awesome, so. Yeah, if you've seen the anime, please do not spoil anybody in the comments as to what might happen, and I will attempt to do the same. But yeah, we're gonna try to play Steins Gate. Let's have a look at the configurations. Those are all the skip stuff. No, I don't want to skip anything. That's... See, I could turn off people's voices, but I don't want to turn off people's voices. Oh, how about I turn off the other voices? Yeah, I will turn off the other voices, and then I can do the other voices. I'm gonna be the other. But all the main characters and everything, I'll let them have their voices. And yeah, it's in Japanese, but it's all... the stuff's all written there, so it's like subtitled anyway. So are we ready? El Sai Kongru! Start!
全ては偶然だ。だがその偶然はあらかじめ決められていた世界の意志でもあった。俺はイカれてなどいない。至って正常だ。ここでは真実を語っているんであって、断じて中二病の妄想なんかじゃない。きっかけはほんの些細なことだとしても、それが未来の大きな流れを決定づけてしまうこともある。バタフライ効果という言葉を知っているか？知らないなら調べるのだ。それぐらいの慎重さが求められているのだということを理解しろ。残念ながら俺は慎重じゃなかった。自分の愚かさを分かっていたらあいつを失うことになんてならなかった。未来をこんな形にしてしまうなんてこともなかった。分かるはずがないだろう。その瞬間の自分の手に人類全ての運命を決定づけるような重大なターニングポイントのスイッチが握られているなんていうことは分かるはずがないんだ。考えてもみるがいい。 普段の人間の知覚は 99% が遮断されている。人は自分で思っている以上に愚鈍な生き物なんだよ。普段の生活の中に生まれている何気ないことなど気にも留めないし、知覚したとしてもすぐに忘れるか脳が処理をしないかのどちらかなんだ。あの時の俺に言ってやりたい。迂闊なことをするなと、軽率なことをするなと、見て見ぬふりをするなと、もっと注意を払えと。陰謀の魔の手は思った以上にずっと身近になって、
Conspiracy!
いつでもお前を陥れようと手ぐすね引いているのだと。宇宙に始まりはあるか終わりはない。無限、星にもまた始まりはあるが、自らの力を持って滅びゆく。有限、英知を持つ者こそ最も愚かであるのだ。歴史からも読み取れる。海に生ける魚は陸の世界を知らない。彼らが英知を持てばそれもまた滅びゆく。人間が光の速さを超えるのは、魚たちが陸で生活を始めるよりも滑稽。これは抗える者たちに対する神からの最後通告とも
言える。Let's play. Or watch. Or however this happens.
ねえねえ、何ブツブツ言ってるの？
There's no sound from the phone against my right ear. Only silence. I am baking in the summer sun. Sweat slowly slides down my chin and drips onto the asphalt.
おかり、ねえってば。
A girl is standing in front of me. She calls my name with an inquisitive tilt of her head. We are about to infiltrate deep into enemy territory. Yet despite the imminent risk of death, there is no hint of tension on her innocent, childlike features. I cover my phone's mouthpiece and turn to the girl with an index finger to my lips. I nod and put my phone back to my ear. Still no sound from the other side. My contact is wise to maintain silence. The whole area could be locked.
いや、こちらの話だ。問題ない。これより会場に潜入する。
Still, no reply. Looks like they just want my report. It's too dangerous to waste time talking here anyway.
ああ、ドクター中鉢は抜け駆けをした。たっぷりとその考えについて聞かせてもらうつもりさ。何？機関が動き出しているだと。
I open my eyes wide to match my shocked tone. The girl turns towards me in surprise. I sigh, shaking my head as I rub my temples.
それがシュタインズゲートの選択。エルサイコングル。
El Sai Konguru. I speak the parting words, then pocket my cell phone. Steins Gate. Some know it as fate, semicolon. To others, it is the will of God. You can count on one hand the people in this world aware of its true nature. In any case, we should begin the infiltration. I advance towards Radio Kaikan, which is just across the street from the train station. Man, those cicadas were loud. Of course, this is enemy territory. I can't just stride through the front door like an average person. I bypass the elevators and escalators and head to the 8th floor by the stairwell. But I only make it to the 7th floor, because I have to stop and rest.
さっき携帯で誰と話してたの？
The girl, Mayuri, immediately resumes our conversation. She followed me all the way here, and she isn't even out short of breath. I, on the other hand, am gasping for air with my hands on my knees. Who would have thought an 8-story building would be so tall? I turn to Mayuri while wiping the sweat off my brow.
聞くな。それがマユリのためでもある。
I told you I'd have to kill you.
あ、そうなんだ。 ありがとう。
Mayuri smiles happily and doesn't pry any further. As always, she was quick to understand my position. We've known each other since we were both little. Mayuri is 16, 2 years younger than me, so she's more like a little sister than a typical childhood friend. I still don't believe that Okabe is 18. He doesn't act 18 at all. I've been looking out for her as long as I can remember. I used to hope that Mayuri might become the key to Steins Gate, but now I have reconsidered. I don't want that terrible fate for her. She should live a normal life. That is my present wish. We continue to the 8th floor and enter the assembly hall. In front of us stands a cheap-looking stage with a podium and a sign reading Dr. Nakabachi's Time Machine Press Conference.
それよりオカリンオカリン。
Mayuri insists on calling me Okarin, but it's neither my real name nor my code name. It's just one of those annoying nicknames people use.
いつも言っているだろう。俺のことをオカリンと呼ぶなと。
でも昔からそう呼んでたよ。
それは昔の話だ。今の俺は法院教魔。世界中の秘密組織から狙われる狂気のマッドサイエンティストだ。
だって難しくて覚えられないし。
In any case, Oin Kyoma is my true name.
それに岡部倫太郎と一文字も合ってないよ。おかしいね。
Cease your foolish laughter! Okabe Rintaro may be my real name, but I have rejected it, for it is stupid. And so, I also hate the derivative Okarin. Come on, it sounds like that elf boy's blue pipe thing.
でね、オカリン、教えてほしいんだけど。
In one ear and out the other. She's been calling me that for 5 years now, so maybe it's time to give up.
ここで何が始まるの？
お前はそれも知らずここまで俺についてきたというのか。
She nods without dropping her
これから
smile.
ここで始まるのはドクター中鉢の記者会見だ。
Standing in the assembly hall on the 8th floor of Radio Kaikan. It is here that the conference will be held. Dr. Nakabachi is an inventor. He appears on TV from time to time and has a few patents under his belt. But mostly he is treated as a curiosity.
記者会見？でも記者さんなんて見当たらない気がするよ。
Mayuri is right. I have scanned the entire hall, but there is no one who looks like a reputable reporter or cameraman. There are only about 10 of us standing here in the hall, including me. Considering Nakabachi's moderate media presence and the fact that he claims to have invented a time machine, I would have expected more.
期間何らかの妨害を受けたのかもしれないな。
I twist my lips into a sneer. I thought that Nakabachi was like me, a scientist fighting to overthrow the organization. But this press conference suggests other motives at work. Our enemies won't miss this chance.
巻き込まれるのは勘弁だがな。
Nevertheless, I'm interested in what he has to say. That's why I'm here, blowing an afternoon of my precious summer holiday. Mayuri ponders my utterance for a while before finally turning her head.
巻き巻きトカゲ？それを言うならエリ巻きトカゲだね。
I let out a sigh. Mayuri is known to not only make bad jokes, but to laugh at them too. She's always been special.
マユリ、気をつけろ。おそらくこの記者会見、何らかの事件が起き。
I didn't even finish my sentence. Are we under attack? Are they trying to fry our brains with electromagnetic waves? The event. Dust falls from the ceiling as the floor shakes. We're definitely under attack. It's coming from above, but we're on the top floor. Well, that's above is the roof.
地震かな？ 震度に？あ、マグニチュードに？震度とマグニチュードってどう違うんだっけ？
No time to deal with Mayuri's confusion. Something's not right about this. I bolt out of the conference hall and run up the stairs to the roof, ignoring the no trespassing signs in my way. The door is open. Upon close inspection, I realize that the lock has been broken. I open the door and see a billowing cloud of black smoke. There's some kind of phosphorescent dust sparkling in the air. An explosion. I can't believe it. Was there really an explosion? My heart is racing. Damn. I don't know what to do. Should I run away? But why an explosion? Terrorists? No, that doesn't fit. I mean, how do you explain that? A strange machine is sitting in the middle of the roof. It's huge, maybe 3 meters tall, and looks kind of like a satellite. Did that thing cause the shaking just now? Who put it here? Was it Dr. Nakabachi? Is this part of his presentation? Impossible. Even if that was the case, how the hell would he get it up here? My head is bursting with questions. As I search for the courage to approach the machine, a throng of reporters and building staff bursts onto the rooftop. They look just as confused as I am. And then a woman who I assume is a staff member appears to wave us back. Is she trying to hide something? Her response is unusually quick, almost like she's trying to keep me away from that device. I want to know, but I shouldn't risk getting any closer. I turn and leave, but not because I'm scared or anything like that. Staff members lead us all the way back to the 8th floor. Mayuri is nowhere to be seen. She's not in the event hall either. I find her on the 7th floor. Several capsule toy machines are lined up next to a plate reading Birthplace of the Japanese PC. She's gazing upon them with a wistful look. I breathe a sigh of relief, then take out my phone. After I speak the words and hang up, I'm able to wipe the sweat from my forehead. My sweat is cold. Half of me hopes something will happen. The other half fears the same thing. Put away my phone and look back at Mayuri. She's still staring at those capsule toys. She doesn't seem to be worried about the explosion at all. I can't decide if she's level-headed or just airheaded. Just as I thought. Mayuri points to a capsule machine. The sign in front of it says Rainet Kakeru 3D Character Doll Series. Rainet Kakeru is a popular anime series with its own card game spin-off, Rainet Axis Battlers. They even hold international tournaments. Upa is the series' mascot character. It resembles an elliptical egg with limbs sticking out, like some kind of deformed dog. That's what they call an ugly cute character. High school girls find these creatures adorable for some reason. Last year, an ugly frog character was all the rage. Its name escapes me, though. Mayuri gives me a troubled smile. Mayushi is what Mayuri calls herself sometimes. According to her, it's supposed to have a star at the end. Mayushi, star. But who really cares? She holds her hands out with a look like a begging puppy. Looks like she was planning this from the very beginning. At least she didn't say gimme. I pull out a 100 yen coin, set it into the machine's slot, and spin the lever. I open the capsule and take out the contents. Mayuri leans forward eagerly to see what I got.
それはレアなのか？
すごく。
While I examined the metal Upa, a boy who was watching us tries his luck on the same Rynet machine. Aw, a normal Upa. He looks at my metal Upa in resentment. I turn to see Mayuri's sparkling eyes also fixed on the Upa. Hey, high school girl, you're acting like a little kid.
ではマユリにくれてやろう。
Honestly, I don't want it.
本当？いいの？オカリン。
おーいん今日まだ。
Oh, in Kyoma!
ありがとう、オカリン。
Grumble, mumble, grumble. Is she doing it on purpose? Thank you all for coming to Dr. Nakabachi's Time Machine press conference. I hear the announcement from the
どう
floor
やら
above.
始まるようだな。
I head to the stairs, but Mayuri doesn't follow.
行くぞ、マユリ。
待って待って。名前書かなくちゃ。
She's preoccupied with the metal Upa. I go on ahead. Without further ado, I am pleased to introduce the inventor, Dr. Nakabachi. Please welcome him with a big round of applause. Dr. Nakabachi enters to sparse applause. He walks up to the podium. He's already wearing a frown for some reason. I can feel his irritation from here.
Dr. Nakabachi だ。どうぞよろしく。
Nakabachi takes the microphone and begins to speak, his voice brimming with confidence.
それではここに集まってもらった諸君だけに人類史に残る世紀の大発明タイムマシンについての理論をお教えしよう。
タイムマシン？あの人が作ったの？
Mayuri appears after writing her name on the metal Upa. She's a bit late, in more ways than one. What did she think a time machine presentation would be about? I take another look around the room. There are about 20 people now, including us, but still no media presence to speak of. So this is the extent of Dr. Nakabachi's fame. No one believes that he invented a time machine. I was interested in what he had to say, true, but my expectations were no higher than the rest of the onlookers. And a good thing they weren't. As he proceeds to explain his time machine design, my curiosity quickly turns to disappointment. Then anger. Oh, here we go. My roar silences Nakabachi and draws the eye of every person in the room.
なんだね。
俺が誰なのかはどうでもいい。それより今あなたが語ったタイムマシンの理論は一体何だ？ジョン・タイターのパクリではないか。あなたはそれでも発明家か？
誰かその男をつまみ出せ。
出ていくのはあなただ、ドクター。恥を知れ。金輪際、あなたには発明家を名乗る資格はないぞ。
うるさい、黙れ。生意気な若造め。
Just then, someone grabs my arm from behind. Quite convinced it's an official here to throw me out, I turn around to glare him down. Yay! It's a girl about my age. Her intense stare seems to challenge me. I take a step back. Her face looks somehow familiar. Where have I seen her before?
Oh.
We haven't met, but I know her face. It's Mikase Kisuru. Kusuru. A few days ago, my friend Daru showed me a magazine article titled Girl Genius Gives Lecture in Akihabara. The article was about a 17-year-old girl who had just graduated from an American university. Her thesis was even published in a major scientific journal. Girl Genius. Mikase Kisuru. I recognize the stubborn-looking girl from her photograph. She's even wearing the exact same scowl. What business could such a genius have with me? She takes a quick look around the room, then turns back to me with a stern expression. What's with the attitude? She's obviously not staff, and there's no way that the Mikase Kurisu would be working with someone like Dr. Nakabachi. Which means... no.
貴様、機関の人間か?
Oh, Okabe.
まさかここまで手が回っているとは俺としたことか。
ふざけてないで、ちょっと来てください。
Yes! Christina that! My outburst has already attracted too much attention. Nakabachi, in particular, looks like he wants to rip my head off. It must be mortifying to be exposed as a fraud by a bright young man like myself. Anyway, I mustn't draw any more attention to myself. If the organization gets any wind of my presence here, it could endanger Mayuri, to say nothing of these ignorant civilians. I let Mikase Kisuru lead me out of the assembly hall.
ここで俺に何かすれば人目につくぞ。そうなれば貴様もいろいろまずいだろう。
何かって何ですか？人聞きの悪い。
She glares at me, quite fiercely at that. Attractive though she may be, there is no innocence in her eyes. A beautiful agent, unmatched in cruelty. My heart beats in exhilaration from the danger. Looks like chaos really does get my blood pumping.
私はあなたに聞きたいことがあるだけです。
それに答える義理はない。機関のやり方は分かっている。
だから機関って？
Instead of answering, I take out my phone and put it to my ear.
俺だ。機関のエージェントに捕まった。ああ、マキセ・クリスだ。あの女には気をつけろ。いや、問題ない。ここはなんとか切り抜け。
Kurisu suddenly snatches the phone from my hand. What skill! I didn't have time to react.
何をする？
あれ？この携帯電源切れてる。
Busted!
誰と話していたんですか？
Her eyes pierce deep into my soul. I quickly look away. She's good. Is she trying to attack my sense of identity in order to cause a mental break? Recover? This isn't enough to sway me.
貴様に答える義理はないが一応教えてやろう。それは俺以外が触ると自動的に電源がオフになる特別性の携帯なのだ。うわ。
Such measures are necessary to maintain secrecy. I know things that could get me killed. I quickly retrieve my phone and wipe the cold sweat off my forehead. Phew. That was close.
そう。独り言だったのね。
This is bad. Ordinary methods won't work on Mikase Kurisu, the genius girl. On the contrary, she's the one psyching me out. Damn. Looks like I have to make a tactical retreat. If I can just find an opening. Suddenly, Kurisu steps up to me with a serious expression. She stares right at me, her huge eyes blazing with the strength of will. Such fire. I can't look away. Could someone with such pure eyes really be an organization agent?
さっき私に何を言おうとしたんですか？
Earlier?
さっきとはいつのことだ？
ほんの15分くらい前。会見が始まる前に。
Nonsense. This is the first time we've met. I was with Mayuri and the Ubatoy 15 minutes ago.
私に何か言おうとしましたよね。すごく悲しそうな顔をして。
Is this a trap? It does seem like one of the organization's dirty tricks. But would this girl do something that underhanded?
今にも泣き出しそうで、それにすごく辛そうでした。どうして？私、前にあなたと会ったことありますか？
She seems sincere. That makes her even more suspicious. That's right. Don't let her beauty fool you. She's a cold, calculating secret agent. If I show you the slightest vulnerability, I'm done for.
そういえば、なんで私の名前知ってるんです？
俺はすべてお見通しなのだ。
I am a mad scientist! After all, it's so cool! Son of a bitch!
天才少女。次会うときは敵同士だな。さらばだ。
I spin around and take off down the stairs, ignoring her call to stop, like I'd listen to the enemy.
機関目。あれほどのエージェントを送り込んでくるとは、ついに本気になったようだな。
I run all the way down to the 4th floor and check behind me. Once I'm convinced Mikasa Kurisu is not tailing me, I sigh while rubbing my temples.
俺はまだ奴らに捕まるわけにはいかんのだ。
Well then, what do I do now? My mission was to attend the conference and evaluate Dr. Nakabachi's research. Now that I know he's a fraud, there's no real point in going back. I guess I'll just go home. But wait. Aren't I forgetting something important? Let's see now. What is it?
マユリを置いてきた。
I knew she'd be a liability. I shouldn't have brought her along. I was trying to prioritize her safety, but got careless. I'll try calling her first. If she's all right, then I can just have her meet me here. With that thought in mind, I take out my phone, and I turn it on. And it rings just as I do.
メールか?
It's not just a regular email. There's a video attached. And it's from an unknown address. I open the video file with some trepidation. There's nothing but noise. Is this a prank? Or some sort of Makasa Kurisu style attack? Maybe the noise is some sort of make people go crazy frequency. No, wait. I don't remember giving her my email address, so I'm probably thinking too hard. Curse myself for being gullible enough to play the video. I have more pressing matters to deal with anyway. I stop the video and call Mayuri's phone from my address book.
Mayuri, なぜ出ない?
Looks like I'll have to go back to the assembly hall. Things will get messy if I bump heads with Mikasa Kurisu again. Wait.
マキセクリスメ、マユリをさらったな。おのれ、それが機関のやり方か。
Leaving without Mayuri isn't an option. Call me overprotective, but she's like a little sister to me, and there's a very real danger that she might wander off somewhere the moment I let her out of my sight. Mayuri has always been like that. I never know if she'll be there when I turn to look. In a sense, that's why I became in Kyoma! The thought of climbing back up to the 8th floor is depressing, but I have no choice. When I get back to the assembly hall, Dr. Nakabachi's conference has just finished. Nobody's on stage, and the phony inventor has already left. The 20 or so members of the audience are starting to pack up. I soon find Mayuri. She's in the corner, looking lost. Well, at least she wasn't kidnapped. Even better, I don't see Mikasa Kurisu anywhere.
あの女、俺におじけづいたか。よかろう。今日のところは見逃してやるとしよう。
Still, I keep my eyes peeled as I run up to Mayuri.
マユリ、なぜ電話に出ない？そろそろ帰るぞ。
あ、おかり。メタルウーパがいなくなっちゃった。
She turns to me with a forlorn expression.
いなくなった？勝手に動き出したのか？それは実にファンタジーだな。
落としたみたい。
I see. So she was looking for it. Not like it really
見つからない
matters.
なら諦めろ。また当てればいい。
当たりっこないよ。だってね、メタルウーパはネットオークションで1万円近いプレミアがついてるんだよ。
That toy was worth that much?
マユリよ、一体どこで落としたのだ？
わかんないから 探してるんだよ。あと見つけても売らないからね。
その1万円この俺の研究資金にしてやる。
だから売らないってば。マユシーの名前書いちゃったし。
Thus begins our search for the metal Oopa.
トゥットゥルー、ウーパさん、ウーパさん、出ておいで。
Mayuri tries calling out its name. I don't know if she truly expects a response. By the way, "Tuturu" is Mayuri's catchphrase. It means... Actually, I've never bothered to ask what it means. Anyway, the metal Oopa is nowhere to be found. Maybe she didn't drop it in the assembly hall, but on the 7th floor landing near the capsule toy machines. Another possibility is that someone with an eye for rare items pilfered it. Just imagining the smug grin on that person's face makes me writhe in envy.
おのれ、金にしか興味のない下劣なやつめ、恥を知れ。
おかりんもね。
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wasn't expecting that from Mayuri. Jokes. What was that?
姫かな。
I think so. Only the presenter and a few other people are left in the assembly hall, including Mayuri and me. Less than half the audience remains. Everyone looks at each other anxiously, startled by the scream. Even I cannot suppress a shiver. First the explosion on the roof, now this. What's going on here? Mayuri squeezes my hand
Mayuri,
tight.
ここにいろ。
I take a deep breath, prepare myself, and head in the direction of the scream. The echoes lead me down a dark, empty hallway on the same floor. I'm pretty sure it came from around that corner. I crouch down and turn the corner slowly, keeping my eyes and ears peeled for any sign of danger. And there, at the end of the passage, I see it. There's something on the ground. No. Someone. Motionless. Who is it? The clothes are familiar. It can't be. Mikase Kurisu. Her face is turned away, but I know it's her. The impertinent genius girl I fought with 10 minutes ago is now face down in a pool of bright red blood. She's dead.
なんで
Suddenly I realize that I'm shaking. I want to run. Run away. I shouldn't have come. This is wrong. Someone killed Mikase Kurisu. There's no other explanation. Who would do such a thing? There's no one else here. Ah! I twist around in shock. Some other men have followed me, and every one of them is ghastly pale. They must have seen the body. Call the police! A man cries out in panic. At this, everyone starts screaming and running away. I follow them, of course. There's absolutely no reason for me to stay there. Concern for Mikase Kurisu is suppressed by my instinctive urge to flee. When I get back to the assembly hall, Mayuri is waiting for me with tears in her eyes.
おかりん、どうしたの？
出るぞ
I grab Mayuri's hand and run. I race down the stairs, trying to drive the image of Kirisu's dead body from my mind, but I can't. The redness of her blood is burned into my mind more than the sight of the body itself. That was my first time seeing a dead body. Is this what it's like? When I realized that she was dead, I felt a chilling terror and a surge of nausea. That's all I felt. Fear and disgust. Shouldn't there be something more? I guess I didn't know her that well. I finally stop once we get Out to the main street. Chirodori. My chest pounds. My beating labored from running down the stairs at full speed.
ねえねえ、何があったの？顔色すごく悪いけど。
Mayuri doesn't seem to comprehend the situation. I guess it's because she didn't see the body. She's not even breathing hard. She looks slow, but she's actually pretty fast on her feet.
人が死んでた。
I take several deep breaths. The color of that blood still stains my brain, but I've calmed down a bit. Mikase Kurisu is dead. And I don't know who the killer is. Sirens in the distance. I guess an ambulance will be here soon. Then the police will arrive and this area will become a crime scene. But for now, the crowds milling through Akihabara have no idea what has happened. Everyone is going about their business as usual, the never-ending search for electronics, moe, and porn. Just another day in Akihabara. I take out my phone. I take my phone out of my pocket, perhaps out of reflex. I'm not sure what I plan to do with it. Oh, I know. My friend Daru. I'll tell him what happened just now, since he knows about Mikase Kurisu. I suppose it might be disrespectful to the victim, but my adrenaline is pumping, and I can't make calm decisions after witnessing something like that firsthand. That's how humans are, after all. We're not as special as we like to believe. At the end of the day, we're nothing but dirty, slime-like flesh. Our souls fester like semen left to rot in the womb. That's how we humans are. While wallowing in a bit of angst, I begin to type on my phone. Someone stabbed Mikase Kurisu. Don't know who. Looked bad. Hope she's okay. I don't know if she was stabbed. That just seems the most logical explanation given the amount of blood and the absence of a gunshot. On the other hand, I didn't write that she's dead, even though I'm pretty sure she was. I can't exactly explain why I didn't. If I had to say, I guess I felt like writing it down would set it in stone. It might make me feel guilty as well. The thought brings a smirk to my face. It's not like I'm the one who killed her. Why should I feel guilty? I just saw someone's death up close, and only a few minutes later, I'm smiling. Am I really that cruel and cold? Well, I am a fiendish mad scientist, or so it suits me. I finish typing and place my thumb over the send button. And then I press down. Sending. It begins! What was that? Wait, look around.
消えた。
Summer break. Noon. The busiest street in town. Just now thousands of pedestrians vanished into thin air. Is this a dream? Am I hallucinating? I don't know. But they're gone. I saw them. Vanish with my own 2 eyes. I stand petrified, speechless, and alone on the empty street. Desperate to find someone. Anyone! I look up. And there, at the top of Radio Kaikan, sticking out from the 8th floor event hall where we just were, is a crashed satellite. Steins Gate. Achievement unlocked. Prologue of the beginning and the end. Chapter 1. Time Travel Paranoia.
おい、そこの貴様、俺たちが見えているか？
Oh wait, I think I clicked away.
なぜ何も答えない？貴様に聞いているんだぞ。モニターのそっち側にいる貴様にだ。間抜け面をしよってつまらんやつだ。貴様からだと俺たちはテレビのモニターの中にいるように見えるだろうな。だがそれは大きな間違いだ。モニターの中にいるのは貴様なのだよ。貴様が現実だと思っているその世界は実は全て虚構。もちろん貴様自身もな。真の現実、それはこちら側にある。自分が何を指摘されているのかすら分かっていないか。無理もない。まあいい。貴様には分かりやすく俺たちのことについて説明してやろうではないか。まず俺たちがいるのはどこかということだ。ここは東京秋葉原にある未来ガジェット研究所だ。俺たちは普段ラボと呼んでいる。世界の支配構造を作り変えるという我が野望の拠点だな。
そうなんだ。悪いことしちゃダメなんだよ、オカリン。
マイリは少し黙っていろ。駅から出たら中央通りを進み、末広町駅の交差点を蔵前橋通りへ左折。次の信号の一歩手前の路地を入ると大檜山ビルという古臭い雑居ビルがある。その2階に我がラボは今日構えている。目印はビル1階にあるブラウン管工房というマニアックなテナントだな。今時旧式のブラウン管テレビだけを扱っているショップだ。いかに電気街である秋葉原といえども需要があるとは思えない。寂れた店なのだ。だがブラウン管工房店長である天王寺というおっさんはこのビルのオーナーでもある。ゆえに今や急ピッチで都市開発が進み、しかも高騰しているこの秋葉原であろうと道楽丸出しの店を構えていられるというわけだ。幸いにもあの店長は人を見る目はあるようでな。この俺のカリスマ性を見抜きビル2階を丸々ワンフロアただ同然で貸してくれたのだ。ふわだが未来ガジェット研究所は深刻な人材不足のため優秀な研究員を随時募集中だ。今のところ所属研究員は
オカリン、オカリン、そこはラボメンって言わなきゃ。所属研究員じゃなくて
ラボメン、すなわちラボラトリーメンバーは俺を含めて3人である。ラボメンナンバー001、ラボ創設者にして狂気のマッドサイエンティストであるこの俺、法院京馬。
オカリンって呼び方の方が可愛いのに。
そしてコスプレが趣味の高一点、ラボメンナンバー002、椎名真由里。
てってれー、まゆしーです。着るんじゃなくて作るのが趣味だよ。
最後にスーパーハカー、ラボメンナンバー003、橋田至だ。
スーパーハカーって呼ぶなよ。スーパーハッカーだろ上皇。
そんな我々3人で構成される未来ガジェット研究所の活動内容はそのものズバリ。詳細は我がラボのホームページを見てくれ。もちろん闇の支配権力と戦うための未来ガジェットが最優先事項だが、その研究から派生する副産物的な発明も多い。 すでに我々は8つの未来ガジェットを完成させた。だがこれはまだ序章でしかない。未来ガジェットのアイデアは俺の中に108まであるのだ。
某テニス漫画みたいにですね。わかります。
人の煩悩の数といえ、このアットチャンネルの目。それと俺が話しているのだから口出しをするなと言っているだろう。
そもそもオカリン、さっきからなんで独り言喋ってんの？
独り言ではない。見てわからないのか。俺は今モニターの向こうにいるこいつに話しかけているのだ。
あ、今その人にやりって笑った。
おのれ貴様、何を笑っているのか。モニターの中の存在のくせに。
こっちみんなって言ってやれば？
通じないんじゃないかな。
俺たちに話しかけられていることにすら気づいていないらしいな。自覚がないというのは実に不幸なことだ。
その人にしてみたらマユシーたちがゲームみたいに見えてるのかな。
そいつには現実なのかゲームなのかっていう発想さえないんじゃね？
じゃあダル君の大好きな二次元の女の子たちもそうなの？
それは別。あの子たちは僕の嫁だから。
ダルの嫁の話はどうでもいい。
でもさ、マユシの言ったことって興味深いテーマじゃん。もし仮に僕たちがゲームの中の住人だとしたら、それを見極める術はあると思う？
ないな。
即答かよ。
故にそのような議論は不毛。世界の支配構造を打ち砕く方法について考える方がよほど有意義だ。
中二病オツ。
はあ。Save game. Okay. So, well, leaving that in the background. I think it's a good place to leave it off. In the first hour, we completed the prologue, as well as the introductions of 3 of the main characters. I am enjoying myself, but we'll see how this turns out. So, here's what's going to happen from now on. I'm actually going to turn off the music because it's bugging me. Here's what's going to happen from now on. Starting next week, at least 1 week, we're going to try this. Because I think we should continue this test. What we're going to do is we're going to play this game next week. And anytime a choice comes up, I'm going to do a straw poll. And the chat is going to use the straw poll to decide what I pick. And we will continue, I think, until either I decide to just randomly stop or until we hit an ending. But don't cheat and look at a walkthrough. Okay? It's not fair. It's not what you should do. We're going to take this and we're going to bring it to whatever conclusion it brings us to. And from there on, we will just let it stay. Because I think that's how you should do Let's Plays of visual novels. You should just go to one ending and then be done with it. Because if you do everything, then there's no point in anybody buying the game. And you really should buy this game. It's over on JBox. So that's going to be cool. And what we're going to do now is, it's almost 9 o'clock. We're going to take a quick break, allow me to get some water and use the washroom and so forth. And then we shall play Pokemon and see how far we get. I don't even know if I want to attempt the Elite Four tonight because I don't think I'll win, which is the thing. I might want to just do training tonight and we'll figure it out. We'll have a look-see and see what we can see, and we'll figure it out. But for now, we're just going to take a quick break and I will see you all in a few minutes. See you then!